Most important question of the season, is Jay shirtless or not? Stay tuned in to find out.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
This is Cam's Geronimo.
I like that Steve is our engineer tonight. I like that Steve automatically knows how to find this song.
Because Steven knows us so well.
It's a safe search.
I think he might like the guy in the video. Hello, everyone. Welcome to our very last All-Stars recap, season 2 of All-Stars, episode 9, Reunited. I may be your host, Kenny Harrison. I'm not sure tonight. I think the blonde wig is throwing me off a little bit.
It's gorgeous.
You can find
Mary
me.
J. Blige.
Oh, thank you.
I was going to say Nene Leaks.
Oh.
I'm taking this thing off. You can find me at Kenny C. Harrison on Instagram and Twitter. Sitting next to me is the very lovely...
1, 2, 3, Jackie B on all platforms.
I like your gloves.
My what?
Your gloves.
Oh, my gloves.
Yeah.
Thanks.
And your shirt.
Thanks.
Okay.
It
I
stands
need
for
one of
itself.
those.
Next to Jackie is the very lovely and handsome.
Mark J. Freeman in the house.
Welcome back. Oh yeah, you guys weren't here the last time.
I was not here last
Welcome
week.
back.
Welcome back.
You
Yeah,
weren't
I
here
was
either.
here.
I
Jay
was
was
there.
there.
Jay was here.
Who was
Tony
it?
Moore was here. And
And I was, well,
You weren't here.
I was.
the bald one was here.
I was like, I knew somebody else wasn't here. All right.
Welcome back. And
Thanks.
on the end, giving me, I don't know, now.
Karate beauty builder.
I'm
And a
Katarzyna Petrova Zamanachikova. But your dad just calls me Jay Ellis. And I'm on Instagram at don't_be_jealous. Oh, thank you. And still_jealous on Twitter.
And say hi, Steven. The fans love our engineer, Steven.
Say hello, Steven.
Hello, Steven. There he is. Hi,
Yay,
Steven.
Hi, Steven.
Oh, we
Can't
can't
hear
him.
you.
Oh, now you can hear me. Okay,
Oh,
how's
hey.
it going, guys?
Hey, we miss you,
Steven
Steven.
dressed up
We're
for
glad
you
you're
guys.
here, Steven.
And he was here for our last finale last season, so this is very appropriate.
Oh, yeah,
that's
is
right.
appropriate. Yes. Thank you for joining
When
us.
LoRayne
It is
Love
it
was
is
here.
the eve of Halloween, which is why most
All
of
Hallows
us
Eve.
are
Oh, I
dressed
think
up.
Halloween is All Hallows Eve. I don't
Yeah.
know.
I decided to be the only one not in costume.
The only drag queen on the
all-
I
show.
think it's
all
only
of us.
appropriate that I be the one who's not.
Well,
The last time I was the only one that was.
was yes.
So-
So there's-
Okay,
Okay.
you're all-
Sorry.
His
I
volume.
was like, I'm listening. I can
His
hear
volume,
myself.
yeah.
Thank you for joining us. If you're watching us in the live chat room, thank you for being with us on YouTube. If you downloaded us on Instagram, on iTunes, thank you for downloading us. So
Thanks
guys,
for downloading us on Instagram too.
yeah,
Follow
download us
on Instagram.
everywhere.
I'm just gonna start drinking.
I have not started drinking yet, so we'll see how this.
Well,
ship
I'll see if there's
sails.
any left when I'm done.
So guys, real quick, before we get into the Reunited,
Kenny's selling butt plugs.
I am saying. You can go to buttplugs.com. No, Mark and Jackie, you guys weren't here for the finale episode, so I would
No.
like to ask the two of you, not ask you, but ask you, what are your thoughts on how...
Well, obviously,
Everything
we
transpired.
predicted the winner,
Right.
which
On
was not.
at episode 1.
At
Kenny, do
episode
you want
1.
some?
I do.
But the outfits, I loved the outfits in
Well,
the last episode.
like the runway?
All but
Every
one.
single one of them, yes. Just
All of them?
All of them. Beautiful.
Every single one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why do you
I
keep
love
saying
them.
it that way?
Because I didn't like them.
Okay, well, tell us why. Which ones and why?
Oh.
This is your moment to shine. We got time.
I didn't like the one that was bought off the rack.
Which was?
Is that Alaska?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
And I thought it was interesting that she said that in the finale in tonight's episode.
She
That
meaning
they shouldn't buy.
The thing I liked about her outfit, and
The boa?
I'm not always a big fan of Alaska's outfit.
Jay's gonna hit me.
The thing I did like about the outfit is it fit her. There are so many times where I feel like Alaska has been, not particularly this season, but in her season, was wearing ill-fitting outfits. So I really appreciated that she made it
That
fit
it
her.
fit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Super. I liked
Fine.
everybody else's.
Anything else? Are we upset about the winner? Are you happy?
I mean,
I
I
Are you
knew who was
indifferent?
gonna win,
Yeah.
so
I'm just asking because you guys weren't here, and I just wanted to get your opinion before we started about the reunion.
I mean, I loved it. I loved the challenge. It was a fun finale. I was laughing so much during that challenge.
Okay.
Did either of you have a favorite during the lip sync part?
Well,
or like a verse?
remind me again.
Katya.
Remind me again what the challenge was, and it was a while ago that I saw it. Sorry.
the podcast, and they had to go in for the lip sync to RuPaul's Read You Wrote You. And they each
And the
wrote a
video,
rap.
yeah, and the
And they
rap,
wrote a rap.
and the stage performance.
Oh, okay. You know, I did. I liked it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, moving forward. Since that
I
was,
just, it was a while ago,
was-
and then I've been watching this like 3 times, so it's like going,
what, watching the
today's
reunion.
episode or
So
this episode.
let's talk about it. Do you guys want to talk about what they look like, what they wore first?
In this
episode?
I,
Yeah.
I thought that was interesting too.
If somebody can refresh my
Okay, so
memory.
here's and someone actually said it in the chat room. I wish they would have had it. They did this in front of a live audience, which would have made it because the whole setup was kind of like those housewife reunions where they're just sitting and they're just talking and hopefully something. This is really like I don't see how you guys do it.
I think he's referring to me. I don't know about you guys, but well, you wear them.
Yeah. So it just felt it was. I wanted more.
You wanted more outfits?
Or I just wanted like it
more
just was
talking?
boring.
I don't think it was boring. I think it felt like closure. Like all of the discussions that were happening seemed relevant to the season, and I particularly appreciated that Adore came back. I liked the little teaser that maybe Adore would be on All Stars season 3.
Yeah.
It's not. It's one of those things where you don't know if that's going to be still overwhelming for her or not. I don't know if she likes that environment or not. But as an Adore fan, it was nice to see Adore, and I laughed so hard about the sleeping with the fans thing. I thought that was funny.
Mm-hmm.
So I appreciated that she was there, and so that was a real highlight for me.
Yeah.
I don't know that because she made such a point after her exit on social media to stand up for herself of why she left that I was kind of disappointed that she kind of reneged
Reverted.
on that and was just like, oh, I shouldn't have done it, and and I'm embarrassed and I'm ashamed. That kind of bothered me because I was just like, no, like you went on social media, you did a whole video that I watched the whole thing, like watching you defend yourself, and then you're gonna come on the finale or the reunion and say,
I do think though that part of what she was saying was not so much like for herself that she would do it, but for the fans, because I feel like a lot of fans were disappointed that they didn't get to see
more of her.
See more of her.
I'm a firm believer in choices, like the one I did tonight.
Choices.
That at the time when she left, I was really supportive of her because there's certain situations that you need to do what's best, and I don't think it was healthy for her to stay. And I can sense that, you know, the episode after that first elimination, you could see she was broken. And I haven't been the biggest Adore fan. This is so itchy, guys. I'm so
You can
apologize.
take
You need to
it
take it
off.
off. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna take this off. I apologize. I tried, but I just think that, you know, her, like what Mark said, when she left the show, it was justified that for her leaving, and now she's making like a 180. I shouldn't have done it, you know, blah blah blah. Like I feel like you make choices that you should stick by.
Yeah.
And yes, sometimes you can have regret. I think regret is good, but I think in this case, I think I would have liked to see her say, you know what, I made this decision. I'm sticking by it. It might not have been the best decision at the time, but you know, it happened, and life goes on.
yeah.
So that's all I have to say about that.
Pivoting from that, I see people commenting in the chat roll about how the Fifi shade was uncomfortable. I do appreciate that people, a lot of the queens themselves were kind of like skirting around the issue, but I don't know. It felt a little bit unprofessional that Rue was throwing that much shade.
Well,
it's like, why do you care that much?
Here's my take on that. I mean, it was the huge elephant in the room that wasn't in the room was Fifi, and I think at the very beginning it was kind of Rue's way of saying, you know, look, bitch, I want an Emmy. I got this. This could be you, but you decided not to go this route, and I think, and I have to agree with Jackie in saying that I think it was kind of. Michelle Obama said, take the high road. When they go low, we go high. And I think Rue could have taken the high road in this situation. I feel like it was kind of a cheap shot. And I didn't think it was fair because it's as if we're having a discussion with Mark not here or Jackie or whoever not here, and then them not being here, not being able to defend themselves.
Right.
And I don't think that was fair. And I don't think, and I agree with Jackie as well, that the queens didn't really go after her as much. But when Fifi came up in conversation, that's where I was just like, okay, let's you know, keep it classy at least,
right?
Because she isn't there to defend herself.
Yeah.
So
Jay.
yeah.
Yeah. Fifi's a hard topic because I feel like the conversation's just been like talked about like ad nauseum. But my opinion was they had to address it, and I don't think that it was to tear her down. And Fifi had the option to go there and defend herself if she wanted to. So they were allowed to say what they wanted to say, and she could have been there to defend her actions, but she chose not to. She didn't want to be a part of the show, so she didn't show up. So I don't think I want to have a conversation about her.
The one thing that I wrote down about it, other than the fact that I was okay that she wasn't there, is that what bothers me is that everybody is getting on Fifi because of what she said in the workroom about Alaska and Alyssa getting a pass on her wardrobe. However, Detox literally said the exact same thing on this episode, and nobody's getting on her for saying, you know what I mean, for saying exactly what Fifi said that this whole drama is about.
Yeah.
So that kind of bothered me, that like it's okay for Detox to say it. And the other thing that I thought was interesting on this whole thing was when Rue made the comment about editing. She's like, I'll call you on the bullshit. Watch it again and really pay attention to the girls, because they didn't react, in my opinion, how I think they were thinking. Because I just noticed that a couple of them kind of just didn't really react to that. Almost like, I'm just going to let that go.
Right.
Because I feel like they know that there was some manipulation.
Well, and it's also weird because Fifi tours with them. So in the Battle of the Seasons, I'm pretty sure she's slated to do the Christmas Battle of the Seasons. I could be wrong.
I doubt that she is now.
I know, but initially it looked like she was in the lineup, and she has been doing it.
But
so it's weird.
Wasn't it that there were several people, or two people from this season, that when the episode aired, at whatever bar they were at, they defended Fifi and said that's not what went down. Mm-hmm. So that's what I think you see if you go back and watch and pay attention to how the girls' reactions to what RuPaul says. Mm-hmm. I think that's quite interesting, because they don't really kind of, one or two laugh out loud, I think, because they were caught off guard. But I think if you notice, some of them are just really quiet and they don't really even react to it.
Right.
Which I think is interesting.
Okay.
And that's all I will say. I think we should move on.
And people in the chat room agree. Enough with Fifi.
Yeah.
Let's move on to, I guess we can go down the line. Alyssa.
I love this outfit.
I did too.
I think it's one of my favorites. It reminded me of the Lion King. Which
Yes.
is why I loved it.
Yeah.
It was my favorite on the whole,
the panel,
out of all of them.
Yeah. It was one of my favorites.
and Detox. I liked Detox and Alyssa.
I liked Katya's and Alyssa's.
Oh, did you?
I like Katya's
Yeah.
makeup.
I like, because I come from theater, so I like costumes with a story. So I loved that Katya's had a story to me. Alyssa's had a story.
Yeah.
I think just Alyssa's aesthetic. And like she says, you know, Chanel says take off 2 items, I say put on 22. It's so Alyssa.
Yeah.
It's
so funny.
And it's so funny because I've had Raven always gets on me because I wear too much, which I don't think I do, but she's always yelling at me that I'm wearing too much jewelry. So I'm in that team where I'm in drag. I should wear all 12 of my rings if I want to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm there. I don't think that, but I don't have that. I don't do that costumey. Like, you know what I mean? I'm more, I guess, off the rack, I guess. But
Is there
simple? I'm a simple gal.
Can we discuss that comment, because I kind of did not like the fact that Rue said that sometimes
I agree.
What makes a superstar is not necessarily something that you make from creation, from you can buy things off the rack and make it and still be a superstar. And
Let me just say, Bob's outfit.
Go, keep talking.
Thank you. Bob's outfit, that one that like looked like a space costume or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
We found out that it was from Amazon
For like
and
$20.
Everybody loved it.
Yes.
And that's the thing, is like, if you're clever enough, you can find something that is quote unquote off the rack or like something you bought at Party City or whatever and make it your own.
Yeah. I agree 100%. And I don't think there's any, it's you. What's the phrase? Not don't let the clothes wear you. You wear
Yeah.
or whatever it is. And I feel like that's what it is. I mean, like, especially especially when I first started to, I had a like very retro vibe. And it's like, if I can get away with buying a $20 dress and zhuzhing it up with a big fat belt that's got rhinestones on it and stuff like that just to make it, pop, why not do that? You know what I mean? I don't think that's. I don't look at girls and go, oh, she bought that off the rack. I mean, I know obviously when something's been made for somebody and they hand sew rhinestones, obviously you can tell. But I don't think I've ever really held it against anybody that they. And correct me if I'm wrong. I'm sure somebody will find a thing on here that I said something otherwise, but it doesn't bother me.
But the other thing is, like, you have to think of their budget. I mean, we're not talking about, like, Britney Spears or Katy Perry where there's this unlimited budget to buy crazy costumes. You have to be creative with the budget you have.
I think it just, the message itself, the message that Ru, it's basically, because there are young people that are watching this show, and it gives them the sense that I need to have this expensive piece of garment to be a superstar, and that is, I think, the wrong message. Well, and I think that's why I took it kind of negatively.
Well, if you look, a lot of the outfits, like a lot of Alaska's outfits are not...
They're trash bags.
Exactly. So you're completely going against everything that you're saying
like
by crowning her. You know what I mean? Because she does not do that. That's not her thing. Whether she'll use her money to do that now, it's a whole other story.
What say you, Jay? You're nodding a lot over there.
I'm just I'm hearing what you guys are saying. If it's like what you were saying, if they look good, then I don't care where it came from.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Speaking of outfits, though, I don't know how you feel about this, but I do like that Katya totally called Alaska on the trash bag, and then
the 2-for-1.
Yeah, well, and she was like, your second one was great, your first one was bullshit.
I mean, we talked. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go.
Yeah, we talked about that, Jackie, on our episode where it wasn't even like and same with Alyssa, like it wasn't a full look. So I'm glad that they did address that, and I thought Katya this whole reunion was very calling a spade a spade.
Yes.
Like, I did appreciate that.
Yeah.
So totally. I completely agreed with that assessment.
It's one of those things where a lot of the things that Alaska said, she kind of like with the dress thing, like she called Alyssa out on this, the reveal, and hers was just a big trash bag. And that was another instance. I only watched this episode once because I was just like, there's not much new that I need to know.
Do you think there was like the lack of energy? Were you missing like the audience? Okay.
Yeah.
I think a live audience would have been good.
Oh my gosh, I watched it twice.
I watched it 3 times.
I really liked it because I was so happy to see Adore, and I think maybe that's why I watched it twice.
Felt like a kiki with girlfriend.
Yeah.
I'm wondering when they taped it. If they taped that right away, or if they just taped it
I think they taped it recently.
Yeah.
Because with the
Fifi
whole
had
Fifi
time to
thing.
opt out.
Yeah. I think it was recently.
Oh, true. Okay. True.
I think we said it maybe 2 weeks ago in our last that the season 7 girls had they literally just left
and they
season
confirmed
7.
That. Yeah.
So it was literally like, I guess, Ginger not winning and then having to come right back into another competition.
Yeah.
We didn't hear much from Ginger this week.
And we didn't hear much from Roxy
or
Tatiana. And I have to say, I think from episode 1 I said it, that I had a new respect for Tatiana, and I still I'm like one of her biggest fans. Like, you love Adore, I love Tatiana, and we got a chance to meet her at Comic-Con. I always say that. DragCon. And she's like stunningly beautiful, but she's the sweetest person.
Yeah.
And I would go see her if someone texts me, say, hey, Tatiana's downtown.
Yeah.
I'll go see her. I'll pay money to go see her. I think she's phenomenal.
Keep us posted, Jay.
I am on top of the drag performances. That's what I said 2 weeks ago, is that I think she came out the best out of this whole season.
Yeah.
Tatiana, like, she got new fans, people who didn't even know she existed.
Yeah.
And she presented herself well on the show and the reunion, so I think she's going to come out the real winner.
I think so too.
What do you guys think about Roxy? Because the question was posed to Roxy about whether or not she deserved to be in the top 4, being in the bottom, like, I guess 6 of the 7
episodes.
Of the 7 episodes.
Here, like, when you put the numbers next to it, that's a hard sell to make it to the 4.
The thing was, I do agree that Roxy shouldn't have been in the top 4, but at the same time, when they were talking about the toot and boot, I was like, yeah, I did like every outfit Roxy wore.
But it's more, and I think that's, and I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it should be more than just wearing a pretty dress and having a great, you know what I mean?
Well,
I'm not saying there's
worst.
nothing, because I do, when they were showing stuff back, that outfit that she was wearing, the red with where they did the
reveal.
The reveal.
Was that her reveal
the
outfit
red
with the red with the with the dark hair? There were so many times they cut to Roxy and it's like, oh dang, she's pretty. Like that, I just kept going, oh wow, she's really pretty. But it should be more than that. And I it's funny that Alyssa said, well, if you were on Survivor or Big Brother, you would be the winner. And that makes sense because it's a competition, like, challenge where may the best man win. This is supposed to be based on charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent.
Right.
And if you're constantly in the bottom, are you really the best, or are you just the best of the worst?
Or you just dress well all the time, so
Right,
people
so it's saving
love you
you.
and they
Right,
want to see you.
right.
Yeah, I think that's part of what Roxy has going is
Yeah.
because
And she had
I know,
two good friends on the.
It's
judging
funny
panel.
because I know that people love what Detox was wearing, but I don't know. I was gagging over everything Roxy was wearing,
Except for this outfit.
the
and
last one.
tonight.
This week's episode. I just
I
felt
thought it was cute.
I didn't think it was flattering.
I-
While she's seated.
Yeah.
I don't think it was flattering. I didn't think it flattered her.
She chose a lot of. She chose a lot of nude colors this year.
Yeah.
Like it was a very
Yeah.
fleshy color, and even throughout the season, that's why Roxy always does deliver. But it was a jumpsuit in flesh, and it just kind of looks skinny.
Yeah.
I liked the in the last not the reunion episode, but the finale. I liked when she had that little headpiece, and it was kind of like a nude illusion dress. It reminded me of
yeah.
like a Marilyn Monroe kind of thing, and I like that being kind of thick and juicy myself. I appreciated the thick and juiciness.
I know.
Jackie,
relate.
by the way, Jackie is the skinniest like little thing. She's sitting next to me. I can just flick her off this chair right now.
But I do have a big
think my
behind,
ass
so I
weighs
appreciate
more.
any dresses. My ass is pretty big, so I do appreciate
We're gonna have
Roxy's
a booty off
butt.
contest after
Oh
this.
yeah, we are gonna have
I
a
think
booty
I'll
We
win.
should.
Oh, we should vote, and you guys can vote on it.
That'd be fun.
I like that.
Who do you want to see? Me,
I
or Jackie?
am not part of that competition. I have to pad it.
Let's move on. I want to discuss Coco a little bit because we didn't get a chance to see her much this season. We saw her
Correct.
twice, and she kind of dropped a bombshell on us
So sad.
regarding her health. And I just want to say that it takes a lot of guts, and I might have said this jokingly, but now I really take it back. I didn't think she looked healthy at the start of the competition. I even looked. I was like, she looks a little rough. Now knowing that she went in after having health issues, I really bite my words. I have so much respect for her now because it takes a lot to go through, these things. And even we mentioned this about Cynthia
Lee Fontaine.
last
Yeah.
season. It takes a lot of guts to even put yourself out there again, knowing that you're not 100%, well.
Right.
So kudos to Coco.
It's hard too. I mean, when she said she had a collapsed lung,
Yeah.
that is not something that you can
bounce back
easily
from.
bounce back from. So just the fact that she was able to bounce back from it and then perform, just kudos to you for being able to do that because
Yeah.
you're bedridden after a collapsed lung.
I heard a rumor, maybe people can say if it's true or not, that Laganja was originally in Coco's place in All Stars, and then she got a gig working for Miley Cyrus choreographing her tour. So Laganja dropped out, and
Coco.
Coco stepped in. And I have
Now-
I have somebody, but I don't know if that's
It's
exactly
funny
true.
you would say that because that would mean that Laganja and Alyssa, who are both in the same family, would have competed against each other, which would have
Yeah,
made
that would've
for
been
good
interesting.
television.
And there was drama with Laganja and Adore, if we don't recall.
Yes.
Oh,
on their
yeah.
season.
I'm feeling very attacked.
So I know. So if back Jay up, make your comment down below if you know the tea on Laganja not being able to do it. But again, kudos to Coco. It takes a lot of courage and bravery to admit that you had health issues. And
Plus, looking back and knowing that she said she wanted to do a Janet Jackson song and they didn't have the rights to do a Janet Jackson song, I think that also hinders her because
Right.
a lot of them get to play into their own wheelhouses and she didn't get to do
And
that.
I also like the fact that she didn't let everyone know, like she didn't want the sympathy
Right,
vote.
exactly.
Because I think that would have kind of like I feel bad for like voting her off because she's sick.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
Again, kudos to her. We talked about Adore's exit a little bit. Tatiana's little moment was very, very little. They didn't say much about Tatiana, and I really, really, I'm riding her dick. So what?
I do respect though the fact that she said, I didn't do so well the first time, so I agreed. I didn't do well in the snatch game, snatch game. So I agreed with that, but I thought I did better in that. I felt like it was a very objective kind of looking at yourself, which I respect anyone who can look at themselves objectively and say, you know what, that wasn't my best moment, but I do think I should have been
Saved the
safe
second
here.
time. Yeah.
No other thoughts? Jay, speak.
I'm not-
Say something. I'm putting Jay on the spot. I'm sorry. Go
No,
ahead.
it's fine. It's just I'm agreeing with what you guys are saying. It's just they didn't give Tatiana a lot to talk about, or they didn't use her opinion, I guess, in a lot of it. But I agree that she in Snatch Game she kind of owned her that she didn't
Failure.
Yeah. And then we talked about who should have been safe. Pretty much what we have said, I feel like throughout the season has been pretty accurate to what they've been equating. So it's kind of nice to refreshing to hear.
Right.
I just had a mental thought about how we just talked about. Yeah,
Versus a
I do
different
think
kind of
I know
thought.
exactly.
This is his first one. Be careful.
Oh my god, the walls are gonna fall off. Because we spoke about Roxy and how every runway she was spot on. She was sick on the runway, but like the challenges she was the worst.
Oh my gosh,
Whereas,
even in this last one, you could tell, like, she was my least favorite in that because her voice is so tone deaf, and this is coming from someone who's completely tone deaf. I was like, oh no, girl. Oh, this is not good.
Fifi.
No, I'm talking about
Roxy?
Roxy in that last challenge with the 4 of them singing.
rapping?
The
Oh,
rapping.
yeah.
She
Yeah.
was the worst. Like,
Yeah.
her voice
okay,
is
so,
really bad.
So having said that, with Roxy being the runway queen, then you have Alaska who kills every acting challenge, every rap challenge, and I'll give her credit. She's got the talent and charisma. But when she comes out on the runway, like you said, with the Walmart dress, it bothers me. And and again, we're saying how superstars need to stand out,
Well, now,
and yet
and I think this is a very appropriate time for me to talk about the green
But
banana
like,
clip.
oh my gosh, no.
I was like, are
No.
you kidding me with this? Like,
what?
you're literally wearing a crown that you just won All-Stars. You didn't see the green?
I didn't see
The lime
it.
green banana clip
In
or
the back?
butterfly clip holding her hair back. And I was like, really? Like, the fact that the producers, didn't say, girl, let's just... Or I hope
switch
that
that
they
out.
aren't the ones that put it in her hair,
I didn't
thinking
see
no
it.
one would see it.
I didn't see it. Did
Oh.
you see it?
No,
Jake?
I didn't
Oh
know.
my
Oh,
gosh,
I
it was
didn't-
I don't know how
glaring.
you missed it.
It was
Sorry.
glaring.
Oh,
I have to go back and watch it.
go back and watch it.
I was hoping for, Violet Chachki, as much as I didn't like her as like a personality, her outfits are sickening. And when she wore this kind of, the last time we saw her
Corset?
in this like themed kind of
the
like,
big dress.
yeah, like
at
a
the
bug
finale?
dress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was really
That was end of
it was really
season
tight.
8.
Yes.
And
Season
she
8.
Yeah.
she
Yeah.
crowned Bob.
Right.
Okay. Go ahead. Sorry.
She had like the what am I trying to say? Jewelry or accessories that matched her outfit, which is when Alaska was wearing this themed kind of like bug dress. I was hoping to see like a big spider back there or something.
Oh.
Something kind of like matching the theme.
Yeah.
And so that's what was really bothering me. I was like, it looks like you did, to quote Alyssa, reach into your caboodle and just grab something and put it on there.
I appreciated looking, when they were showing everything and kind of going through everybody and they were showing stuff that she did. Nothing that, other than the Snatch Game and when she played Betty,
The acting.
the acting challenge, which I thought she was great at those challenges. There was nothing else like runway wise that was just phenomenal. Even in the reunion, she just didn't look all-star to me. She just does not come off as all-star to me. And when you see somebody like Detox, who I'm sorry, in my opinion, of everybody there, Detox is the only one who elevated her game. She looked amazing on the runway almost every challenge. I don't think there was one that I was just kind of like even questioned. And she did well in every challenge, if not knocked him out of the ballpark. So I felt Detox had the best of both. And I think Alaska won because of her
connection to you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna counter you on this one. I think Katya
I know you
was
disagree.
the other.
Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say I thought Detox was really on point, but I have to say, judging from season 7 with Katya and All Stars with Katya was a total 180, and to know that it literally just happened.
Right.
I don't know if it was a 180 so much of
Or a
her
360?
feeling more comfortable. No, that's
Yeah,
just you
I
back in the
agree with you.
It's
I agree with
her.
that.
To me, it was her feeling more comfortable with being as weird as she is and just going with it. Like her aesthetic is that shark foot outfit that
Yeah.
we saw in that season, and now in All Stars, a lot of the outfits were more like that.
Well, and she even said she's still evolving her fashion, and you do. You know, it's like the stuff that I used to wear aren't the things that I, you know what I mean? Even if I had and could fit in the costumes that I started doing drag in, I probably really wouldn't want to wear them much anymore because you kind of evolve, you know? So
Jay, take the floor.
We're talking about Katya?
Or Alaska.
Or
whatever you want to talk about. Talk
Guys,
about whatever you want
earlier
to.
today, I'm just kidding. As far as Katya, I mean, to see that she went basically from season 7 to season 8, and then that there was such growth in that short of time, it does speak to like how she probably learned throughout that competition. Because really, these other queens have had years to really experience designers coming to them, giving them dresses. Like I think Detox had a Marco, and you just kind of evolve your fashion since working in clubs, meeting people. So to see Katya grow from such a short time is very great. And you should have seen that she probably should have been in the finals in season 7. I feel like the whole seasons I've almost had to apologize for liking Alaska.
No, don't.
By the way,
you
never
shouldn't
apologize.
for you, like.
But I don't. So, but I think that she was very consistent in the competition, even though some people say that it was geared toward her, like guaranteed a win for her. And sure, like if it was, then she played the game still and she made it her own.
Right.
But I said it before and I'll say it again that all of the top 3, I would have been happy if Detox won because I thought she was consistent with the misstep and snatch game with Nancy Grace. That's the only thing that stands out bad to me.
Right.
Katya I thought was consistent the whole time, and I thought Alaska really took all the challenges and had a good time with it.
I think Katya's only misstep was her finale dress. I went back and watched. I was like,
That is though, and I can't even remember there's this Russian designer. I'll tweet it out later. I can't remember her name. But the way she's dressing is like is totally like this Russian designer. I think she's taking that. It's either she's being so weird like she was with the burned face in the reunion, or she's doing this kind of like avant-garde Russian thing, which to me that dress having this kind of silhouette is a very vintage Russian silhouette.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. That was my only misstep, and I agree with Mike Conrad on the end. I think Alaska, again, you know, she won. Whatever. Who cares? I want to quickly discuss the mirror moment, and because they made it a big thing, and of course the person that they were talking about.
You mean the mirror moment when they came back
when
for
they came
revenge?
back.
Okay, not the mirror moment like I love you, I'm looking in the mirror and we're talking, because that's how we used to define mirror moment.
Oh yeah, because Jay coined that. I would like to. I'm actually surprised to know. I actually thought that the actual mirror was a reflection. Like it was something that was pre-taped and it was like projected on the mirror. I didn't literally think that.
Kenny.
Oh no.
Kenny.
I didn't know they
Thank God she's pretty.
literally had them stand behind a mirror. I didn't know the mirror was 2-way or 1-way.
2-way.
Kenny, you're beautiful.
Remember when you were in that? Remember when you were in that room and there was people behind the mirror and you were talking about when you? It's just like that.
I just didn't think that the show would be that advanced to like do something like that. So that's why I was shocked.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. I feel stupid right now.
Don't
You
feel.
should.
Anyway,
Literally just a 2-way
You're like,
mirror.
don't. I'm like, you should.
no, just
That's how they film them through the mirror anyway.
Well,
like when
and-
you're
and-
seeing their faces in the mirror, you have to film them through the 2-way
so
mirror.
now like Ginger was saying how they were standing behind the mirror a long time while the girls on the outside were talking. Of course, the girl that was doing most of the talking wasn't even at the reunion. That has got to, like, how would you feel, Mark? I mean, Jay,
It'd
how
be
would you feel?
uncomfortable, like to hear your like people talking about you, even though you're like right there and you're kind of like an invisible person. It would be weird.
Now I'm thinking about the comment section of like YouTube, because this is what happens. Like people make comments and it's as if, well, they're talking about you, but not
They
knowing
don't
that
know
you don't.
This is something completely different. I don't know where we're going.
Oh, okay.
I love you.
I give up.
I love you. I'm sorry. Try and say what you're saying.
No,
Try and
I'm
say what
done.
you're saying.
Someone else talk, please. Kenny,
Was there any
please
specific-
don't be
That simple.
that simple. Okay.
Was there any like specific part of the reunion besides like the mirror, like because they did talk about the mirror for a while and that was like the biggest reveal of the season. So I think that it was a good
I do
section
think
to focus
though,
on.
you know, this was them real time hearing someone talking about them, whereas I do think the queens will go back and look at certain seasons and you hear that and you've been working with this person and so you're like, wait, you said what in the confessional? You know, I do think that the mirror moment is just an immediate moment of probably other things that have already happened on previous seasons anyway.
Right.
Yeah. It's true, except it was just right there in their face.
Right.
Happening, yeah.
Right.
I wonder what you guys talk about when I'm not around.
Don't flatter yourself.
I'm getting a lot of
Ginger's dress,
sympathy
though.
from the
We're gonna get you a two-way mirror, and you can find out.
Kenny thinks it's magic. I do, actually. I just think it's magic.
That's why we love you, because you believe in magic.
I do believe in magic.
Just like Ronald McDonald.
So they got the panel got a chance to toot and boot their
I
favorite
love
looks.
that.
Yeah, I thought that was a cute idea.
thought that was great.
And you know, I actually like the fact that Tatiana said, you know what, although she wasn't in the competition or she wasn't at the reunion, her look was the best.
And Detox
We're
said
talking
it
about
too.
Fifi's
Futuristic.
cosplay.
I love that.
Yeah.
That was
I-
one of my favorite looks.
Yeah.
It was great. It's true. It stood out to me. It's something I can even picture right now. And some of the other queens, I can tell you what they did.
But what's so funny, because like, if I can think of my top 3 favorites, it's Katya's swimming dress with the little pinch
That was good.
nose.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
It's Fifi's future of drag look, because to me, like, cosplay is kind of the future of drag. And then it's Alaska's. I know it was a bad reveal, and I know it wasn't
Little
like
pound
really
cake.
a reveal, but I love that camera dress. And
the-
so many
Oh, you love
people
the camera
hate it,
dress.
and I
Oh.
love it. I love
Okay, I
that
thought it
dress.
was absolutely hysterical though. When that was the one thing that really made me laugh when Alaska was like Detox's thing. And the camera. I mean, come on. I lost it. I thought that was absolutely hysterical.
Yeah.
I did say something I forgot.
Mark, please say hi to Geraldo Diaz.
Hello, Geraldo. Well, I did say, because I had somebody call in to Dish Days earlier today that watches this show as well, and we take phone calls from fans. And I said, well, maybe we could take phone calls from our fans on our finale episode of this show. So I don't know if that's okay with Steven. I don't know if we can even do that in the studio. But I thought maybe we could end the season by
Yeah, we
taking
have,
phone calls.
we have a little time. I don't know the number.
I do.
You guys want to take calls, is what you're saying?
Yes.
If it can, well, is it an option? We don't. It doesn't have to be, because I completely forgot.
Is this like because you think people want to talk to you, Mark?
Well, because they're yelling at me in the chat room because I did kind of say that we might when I was doing Dish and Days.
I mean, I can open Skype, and the number is definitely 424-253-0504, 424-253-0504.
Thank you.
I'll put it on.
Thank
I'll
you.
put it on the screen for people.
Okay.
I'm gonna text
This
my mom.
is why
to
Steve is a
have her
producer,
call.
because he memorizes phone numbers.
Look at
Well, I just
Pally's
thought it'd be
phone.
nice to end the season. They can yell at me and tell me how much they hate
Go
me.
ahead, Jackie.
Sorry, I just want to give a friend of mine started doing drag recently. He's Gina Tonic, and
Let me
he's
see.
from New York.
Let me see.
I'll show you
Oh,
later.
like gin and tonic.
Yeah.
Cute.
So his name is
And I did get that, by the way. I got it.
his name is
Jay,
Gina
that was
Tonic,
everything.
and I think the Instagram is It's Gina Tonic. But if you Google Gina Tonic in New York, you'll find him. He started doing drag. He's been doing drag competitions now. He's gorgeous. I really would love it if you guys could follow him.
Season 9.
Season
I don't think he
9?
would be on
Yeah,
season
I would know.
Maybe.
I would love for him to
Season
be on
9?
season
Well,
9.
I'm
the bag.
assuming that. Yeah, I think they already taped that.
Okay.
Season
well,
9
season 10.
they haven't taped yet.
Season
Or
10.
they're soon to be taping. I'm just assuming.
I don't think they started.
We'll give him some love.
It's done.
Give
Season
him some
9's
I think it's
Oh,
in the
it's
bag.
done?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because Jay almost auditioned to be an underwear
Oh,
model.
that's right.
No, that's right. Get it twisted. They had a cast
It's
crew.
never too late, Jay. You can underwear
You can be an
now.
underwear model still.
I make it
If
underneath
you
the
want Jay to
table.
take off his costume, make
Hey,
a comment.
put your pants on!
Oh, so what I wanted to say, while on the toot and boot, what were your favorite toots and boots of the season? We heard from Jackie.
I think Detox's red
Latex. That was my mine.
latex, hands down. And I'm trying to think if there was anybody else that I was like, I think Katya's pants outfit was one of my favorites too.
The tracksuit.
That-
The brown.
where she
Oh, that
had
was good. Yeah, that was good.
was still one of my favorites.
I gotta go T-Boz from Tatiana.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh,
that was
yes!
good too.
She's
That was
hot.
really good.
Yeah, that. So
Yes.
Detox for sure in the latex. Tatiana T-Boz. It was probably first, and
Yeah.
then
What else?
Fifi's cosplay, the futuristic. Those are the three that I can just see.
Yeah. How about boots?
My biggest boot, I have to agree with Alaska. That camera dress was hideous. I did not like it.
I'm trying to
Ginger Minch futuristic. That
It was bad,
Bad.
but that camera dress, I'm still having nightmares about that thing. It's just,
I'm trying to think if there's anything.
I apologize.
Nightmares.
I've had nightmares about it.
I don't know. I did not like Alaska's red, white, and blue thing. That I just did not like that. It just looked. Oh, it looks like we
Alaska?
may have a caller.
Oh, hi, caller. Who wants to talk to us?
Hey, somebody wants to talk to us. Probably whoever.
Can we see the
is it
person?
maybe Jamel.
You're on the line.
Hello, caller.
Hey everybody, it's
What?
Jamel from
Yay! It's Jamel.
Jamel from where?
Brooklyn.
Hi, Brooklyn. How are you? Are you there?
Hello?
Oh, there you
Hi.
are.
Hello. Hi. Hey, girl. What's
Hey,
happening?
girl.
Can you hear the hosts, Janelle?
Jamel.
Oh no.
Oh, give me 1 second.
Okay.
He's
Well,
like,
we
I don't
try
know
to
who.
correct
Jamel
us.
is actually, I think, who I told on audition days that
great.
we would try to take phone calls. So,
Mark, you just need someone to talk to, huh?
well, no,
I'm just kidding.
I
I'm
forgot
totally-
that I
I'm
had said
totally
it,
kidding.
and they called me out on it, so I have to be true to my word.
All right, you should be able to hear them now.
Can you hear us, Jamel?
Yeah, I can hear you. Hi everybody.
Hi.
I almost said welcome to audition days.
I know. You know what? I thank you, Marcus. I was watching Walking Dead. I paused it. I forgot about this. I wanted to call in because I loved this week of RuPaul's Reunited.
Yeah.
What was your favorite part?
You know what? I told Mark this earlier, but the moment when Alaska threw the leg, I went on the court.
So
Are
Housewives.
you kidding me? Oh my God!
Yeah.
When she threw that leg down, and basically it was a reference to Aviva,
Yes.
Drescher from the Housewives. I lost it. I couldn't believe it. I said, "Oh my gosh!"
Oh, see,
No,
I don't watch
yeah.
Housewives.
I
so
don't
did
either.
not
I
know
didn't get
that.
it
Yeah,
either.
it's
I
total
didn't know that.
So,
Okay.
were you
Yeah,
te-
that was.
were you Team Alaska this entire season, or whose team were you rooting for?
You know what? I think I was team Tatiana at first. When I first saw the pictures of
Yeah.
her coming on the show, I've been watching the show since the first season.
Mhm.
So to see somebody from season 2 was really exciting.
Right.
When she left, I went to Team Detox because every week she came out with her fashions. They were breathtaking. I mean,
Yep.
and she's so warm, and she tweets, and she's just a lovely person. So,
She is.
yeah, I was Team Detox at the Tatiana was voted off.
I agree with you, Jamal. That's why I love you.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I love you. I love Jackie too. I love all of you.
Aw, thank you.
You know what, Jackie?
No, I got a
would
special
say-
shout out. We can move on.
Yeah, well,
You know what
Jackie-
I'm gonna say. You don't love me. Just-
Well, I love Jay. I love you. I love everybody. But Jackie,
I would like to hear my name. You have to say my name. You said
begging
Jay,
for it.
you said Mark,
Okay,
and you said
no.
Jackie.
Okay, I'm trying better. I love Kenny, the chocolate, sexy man with the bald head.
You know what? If it was a two-way mirror and Kenny was behind, he'd be like, talk about me, talk about me.
No,
They would
but-
be like, oh, he broke the whole image.
Oh, is that you?
But
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, say my name.
Jackie, I'm loving her too.
I love it. Say
That's
my
why we
name.
love having Steven as well.
I know. I love
Yeah.
when Steven's here.
Well, thank you
Yeah.
for calling. We really appreciate
We
it.
love you too.
We haven't
Thank
done
you,
this
Jamal.
Thank
since.
you so much for watching.
It's been a while since we had a caller.
Yeah.
So
It
thank you
has
for
been a while.
calling.
It's a pleasure, and
It-
I feel like I feel special because nobody calls in, so I just wanted to call about that moment. And I wanted to say too, I love Adore has explained herself because I needed that. I needed her
Yeah.
explanation. So I'm glad that happened. And Alyssa was fantastic.
Yeah.
With all her things. They said, "But did you make an agreement?" I didn't have no lawyer. They said, "Girl, go ahead, do it." she did what I needed her. So everybody was great.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
We're so
Jamal.
happy you called in.
Be safe out there in Brooklyn.
And thank you. I'm gonna tweet everybody.
Okay,
Please
do it.
Please
do
do.
it.
Oh, we got another one.
Oh.
Someone in the
Rolling
chat
calls.
room put a
Caller,
bunch of pictures
you're on
of
the
legs.
line. This is a Cincinnati number. It looks
Oh,
like.
Cincinnati.
Cincinnati.
Go Bengals.
Maybe it's somebody I know.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Who is this?
Oh, this is Galaxy.
Galaxy.
I love that name.
Galaxy. Where are you calling from? Are you calling from Cincinnati?
I'm actually calling from Oregon.
What the
Oh.
hell are you doing in Oregon? No, I'm just kidding. How are you? Thank you for calling
I'm
us.
d- Oh yeah, I love you guys so much. I love the recap.
Oh, we love you.
Sounds so
I was so
cute.
worried people were going to call in and be like, Mark, you're evil. I hate you. I hate you. I'm so glad
I love
this
you,
is-
Mark. I think
so-
you guys are all awesome.
Thank
Talk
you.
to us, Galaxy. What was your favorite moment of the season?
Oh my goodness. Well,
Think fast.
it's so hard because there was like a lot
Yeah.
of probably, I have to say the mirror one, like the two-way mirror when they turn around and they were all there. I was like, oh my titties, what is happening over here?
Galaxy.
Or as Kenny likes to call that moment, the reflection mirage.
Did you know it was a two-way mirror, or did you think it was a projection, Galaxy?
Oh, it's okay, Kenny. I knew it was a two-way mirror, but it's okay, Kenny. I've done stuff like that where I'm like, oh, that's so cool. Maybe if there was a projection, and then some people would come in and be like, no, Galaxy, no. I'm like, oh, okay.
See, I know I'm not crazy in thinking that I'm the
You're
only
crazy.
one.
You're crazy.
Galaxy.
We're not mincing words. here.
Galaxy, high five, all the way to Oregon.
Yeah.
Tell me, what team? Whose team were you on this season? What was your favorite contestant?
Oh my goodness, it was hard because in their own way, I felt all of them deserve it, but I would be happy either other way. But I definitely was Team Katya, I do have to say. So
It's a good one.
Yeah, we're there with you,
It was-
Galaxy.
it was hard because all of them deserved it, but in the back of my mind, I was like, maybe we might do Katya. So
You sound like a fun person. Like, I want to hang out with you. Can you get to
I
LA?
would
Drive
love
to
to hang out with
Oregon.
you guys.
I need some friends to come and look at mirrors with.
Or projections.
Yes! Oh my gosh, we need our own two-way mirror.
Yes.
So we can talk about these bitches.
I can only imagine.
Well, Galaxy, do you want to give any shout-outs before we let you go?
You can shout out me if you
well,
like.
I guess shout out to all my friends and my mom out there.
Where-
Who
I'm
loves
just
Drag Race too.
Just curious, where in Oregon are you calling from?
Kenny's gonna find your house. Don't give him your address.
Don't
Do
give him,
not.
don't do
I am
it.
calling from Troutdale.
I do not know where
So,
that
is it a Cincinnati number?
No, actually,
Okay.
it's in Gresham.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, it's like in a small little town area.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have a map, so I don't know what that looks like. Well, thank you, Galaxy,
Thank
from
you,
Oregon.
Galaxy.
Thank
We're gonna
for
Google you later.
Thanks for calling us.
Thank you so much. Love your
Thank you.
name.
You sound so sweet, by the way.
Oh, my tits is
I
my
hung
new
up
favorite
on her.
thing.
All right.
Oh,
Oh, wow, Steven.
thanks. You're rude.
Just kidding.
So-
Bye,
He's the
Galaxy.
producer.
I
He
know.
has to produce things.
And we have to get. I mean, we're there.
Jay for Pit Crew season 9. That's what someone wrote on the chat room.
I'm working on it, everyone. I'm working on it.
Mark.
I'm sure you've
Mark?
slept with somebody that can get you on the show.
What are you guys?
What?
Oh.
Apparently, all the queens sleep with their fans.
I know.
I know. That was really
Well, except for
odd.
Tatiana.
I just, it's just
God.
so, well, it's just not my, like, I can honestly say that is something I've never, ever done. It's so weird for me. Like, I feel like my always thing was always, and I'm not putting them down, by no means am I putting them down, get what you can, girls.
No slut
But
shaming.
I just never, I always felt like if they liked me like that, I don't really want to be with, you know what I mean? Like,
I just
I want them to
always-
like me and want to sleep with me, not LoRayne.
Okay,
But
so
I just
That was
thought
just
of
me.
it.
That was
Okay,
just me.
well, I see if you're seeing it from like a drag perspective,
Yeah.
but I was thinking more from like a rock music perspective, whereas like drag queens are
They're on
the rock musicians of the drag world. So
Yeah.
like back in the day when people wanted to sleep with Steven Tyler, no, they don't want to do that anymore. But like back in the day, there were lots of like rock musicians that people would be groupies of and sleep with, and I
Yeah.
just
No,
pictured it as the
again,
same thing.
kudos to them, just not my cup of tea.
I'm not slut shaming.
Or my cup of champagne.
And he's on Grindr
So-
right now. He's like,
Make
look at.
so make your comments if you want to get some.
Yeah.
No, I thought the conversation. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I just thought the conversation was kind of inappropriate for.
It's
Really?
it's drag.
That's what happens, though.
It's
They're all
drag.
on tour.
It's
and-
drag.
I
But
thought
no, but
like that
I-
was real tea.
I thought
Like-
when Detox said she
And they
sends
share
them
it.
down to a doors
A
room.
doors room, that was hysterical.
Yeah.
But I want to say this before the season ends because I have to say, and I've known Detox for a long time, and we've had so much fun together, and I'm so blessed to know her and have worked with her before and after. And I have to say, like, you know, and a lot of them I didn't know before they were on the show, so I don't have the comparison. But a lot of the LA girls that I know, I have to say, Detox, since being on season 5, you could just like her humility and everything. Just like she just became such a even more amazing person than she already was, and I have to give her a huge shout out because I truly 100% believe that she should have won. And I'm congratulations to you for showing people how elegant and just how you've stepped up your game and you've become such a better human and drag queen, period. Like, I just think she deserves such a huge shout out.
You should listen to her episode of RuPaul, of What's a Tea with RuPaul and Michelle Visage. It's Detox episode, and she's great.
Yeah. I can't say enough about her. I'm so blessed to know her.
I think it's all, I've said this before about Roxy, of all people. There's maturity. She's definitely grown. She's as a person, you can tell, and you can tell like the other queens really appreciate her as a confidant. I only said that because that was
because Steve put the Golden Girls on the screen. In here.
So
thank you, Steven.
Yeah, I have to agree. And I said this 2 weeks ago. Roxy's transformation was great for me because I thought she was a complete bitch in season 5, and now I think what Fifi tried to do this season, I think Roxy completely succeeded.
Yeah.
And now I don't hate her so much. I don't hate her at all.
If it wasn't obvious, this is your cue to rap.
I knew. I was trying to tilt my phone so you could see the time.
Make your comments down below. We will be missing you guys until season 9, which will be maybe 3-4 months from now. So
spring of 2017.
In the meantime, you could tune into Broadway Breakdown.
Or Audition Days.
Which Mark sometimes moonlights on.
I'm actually going to be on next week.
Yay!
What are we doing next week?
Y'all can figure that out later.
Jersey Boys. I have to refresh my memory.
By the way, I did give you guys a shout out last week.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. I did not watch the episode. I'll have to go back and watch it.
I wasn't talking behind your back either. Jay, where can everyone tweet?
Keep the conversation going with me, guys. I always love talking with you on Instagram, don't_be_jealous, JELLIS, and Twitter, still_jealous.
Thank you for being with us, Jay.
Yeah.
Mark?
You can hate tweet me at LoRayne Love, LORAYNE LOVE, and I'm on Tumblr now. I don't even know what it is, but I'm LoRayne Love on Tumblr.
Awesome.
I have no idea what that means.
Thanks for being with us, Mark.
But I took it because I didn't want someone else to have it.
It's a lot of porn.
We love you.
Is it? Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Jackie?
Oh, then I take that back.
At Broadway Be Down on Twitter. Or you should read Willem's book because there's lots of real tea in it.
Willem's book.
I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
Willem's got a good book.
You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Kenny C. Harrison. This is making me sad because I don't want this to end, but we have to wrap up.
And thank you, Steven.
Thank you, Steven.
We love having you here.
Thank you, Steven. I want to give a big quick shout out to Cameron Marston and Tony Moore for sitting in for us this season. Thank you guys.
And MJ.
MJ.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
he
check
was
out his
our
book.
guest. Yeah.
Anybody else? Thank you for joining us. Make your comments down below. Shout us out on
5 stars
iTunes.
on iTunes, please.
Make us popular. I want 10 million viewers this week.
Whoa.
Until next time, season 9.
We love you guys.
Love you.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Drag you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.